here. Uh, Here we go. Live again. It's gonna unlive and then live again. It's still live, so it's good. Turkey is asleep.
Wait a second.
I have plenty of light. There's a Shiva. Look how fat he is getting. He's such a fatty. Yeah. He's such a chunky monkey. Oh, the bowl. That's fine. I lost my professional demeanor at work tonight.
That's terrible.
I know. Sometimes customers are just really overbearingly like rude, cussing, and you have to put your foot down at some point. But I always feel bad because I don't like, losing my cool in front of a customer. But if a customer is just gonna sit there and cuss people out and act childish, you got to do what you got to do. So I lost my professional demeanor tonight. But it's okay. Other issues at work too, but I'll let them go. Things we have opportunities in our management staff and also our equipment people that are supposed to come fix our shit. They have not been doing what they're supposed to do. So there's that. But aside from that, work's going well. I hope you guys are okay. Hey, welcome everybody. I got really shitty at work tonight. Like I got kind of mad, but the customer was being very belligerent, very angry, and cussing. And at some point, everybody loses their professional demeanor sometimes. So I got mad, but it's okay because life goes on. Some people never grow up, even old people. Have you ever met those old people that like act like literal children and act like the world owes them like everything? Trying to stay calm and positive around those kinds of people is almost like yeah, they had no reason to do that. It is what it is. But I, as a manager, am supposed to keep my calm and professional demeanor. I did not tonight. Um, but it's okay because as long as we move forward and take accountability and whatever and whatnot. Let's just say that customer knows how I feel. I should have brought this freaking Buddha bell to like calm my ass down. Sit there like, don't be his ass. I need to meditate more. I need to smoke less cigarettes too. I used to be really into meditation. I got into the Hindu culture and Buddhist culture for a while, and I still practice. I just don't practice as much as I should. It would definitely be more helpful, especially for where I work. It is people suck, but they don't have to. You can choose to feel a certain way. You can choose to go about your day with positive outlook and choose how you're going to feel and not let other people's actions affect your emotional state. I just need to work on that better because it sounds nice, but practicing it's a little harder sometimes.
You see the hearts?
I do see the hearts. People are hearting.
What?
People are doing the hearts. I appreciate the hearts. I don't realize how autistic I am until I look at my fucking self talk. And I realize how terribly autistic I am. I'm like a freaking nerd, like showing off his toys and stuff and talking shit about his day. That's all I'm doing. But it's still, knowledge is half the battle. Oh my god. He's definitely autistic. Sick tattoos. Oh, I have 1, 2, 3. I got my chest cut open by a psycho dude, and he stabbed me a few times too in the arm and slashed at me and stuff. So a lot of my shit is actually scars. Most of my body's covered in more scars than it is tattoos. But I think of them as like I've survived shit, so it's like a trophy, I guess. I'm not ashamed of my scars. You know, my scars prove that I survived something. So, some psycho dude tried to cut my chest open, dude. It was pretty sick shit. It was. That's why I got off drugs because you know, don't be passed out in other people's houses if you're not willing to have some crazy dude fucking cut you open for some reason. I don't know what I did to him. I just went over to buy pills, passed out at somebody's house, and they tried to cut my ass open, and I was like, huh. Survival kicked in. Holding my shit together while being still stabbed and trying to kick the dude off me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I like my scars. They tell a story. When people ask, like, where the hell did you get that? I'm like, oh, let me tell you the story. I'll be that old man that, like, is like, I got this back in Nam. Or whatever. One of those people. I'm only 33, but I think I'm gonna just let my gray hair, like, grow out. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that tries to hide it. I'm gonna go for the Viking fade. That's what I'm gonna try to go for. I'm gonna grow the beard out, at least as long as I can. But yeah, I like the Vikings. I've been studying a lot of like Nordic culture lately, and it interests me. So I'm going to get the, I guess, Mohawk thing, the fade thing that they have, or whatever. Hey, what's up? How are you doing? Hey, Oak. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Viking frickin' thing, like Ragnar had on the Viking show or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Like, take that part and I'm just gonna keep it in like a braid or whatever in the back, and I'm gonna do the fade on the side so I can get Hugin and Muden, the frickin' crows, Odin's crows or whatever. Hugin and Muden. I'm gonna get those tattooed to the sides of my head. I want to get tattoos on the sides of my head because worst case scenario, I grow my hair back out and nobody even knows it's there. So. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I want to go for that Viking look because I live up north. I chop wood. It gets really cold. It would be nice to have a thick beard, and I like collecting Viking shit, so I might as well. I have a 12-pound splitting maul that I literally named Mjolnir because it's a bitch. We. So I might as well go Viking. That's the gist of it. Oh, he said he heard your cough in the background. Said hi. Her and the cats are like chilling on the bed. Wait.
I don't always know where Night
He.
is.
Her and the cats are chilling on the bed. He. Don't mind our wild thornberries freaking poster. 90s babies, so we have a wild
It's one of
thornberries
the
poster.
original vinyl movie posters.
Yeah, that's one of the original vinyl movie posters from the Natural Woman.
No, it's the
It
Wild
was
Thornberries movie.
It was the Wild Thornberries movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of the. It's one of the natural movies.
Was that the one where Nigel steps on the rockfish and it almost kills him? You remember the dad Nigel or whatever? He steps on a freaking rockfish
I
and
do
almost
remember
kills him.
that happens. I don't remember if that was an actual movie though.
They're the best. Toki is a blue Russian mixed with a tabby, and the other two are just black and white long hairs, and they're fat. Courtney feeds every creature that we have a lot, so they're all fat. The chickens are fat. The tortoise is fat. The Lola is fat. I'm getting fat. I used to be really skinny. I mean, I'm still skinny, but I'm like shaped like a pear now instead of being skin and bones. So I got that hillbilly, you know, belly going on, and that's fine. As long as I don't get Ric Flair titties, I'll be fine. You know, a Ric Flair, his tits got like all saggy. I don't want that to happen. I'll at least try to stay in shape enough to keep my back and chest in shape. Hey Mars, what's up? Oh yeah, the Sheba. He's the one that sleeps by the food bowl. He's the fattest one, and he's the youngest one, and he's adorable. Toki's the oldest, and Gunther is the middle child of Anger. He's like 2 years old. I don't know how old Toki is. Whenever I was going to the clinic, he was under a bush right outside the methadone clinic, meowing in the rain, and I felt bad for him. So now we have Toki. That's where Toki came from. Whenever I was in recovery for opioid addiction and all that, I found Toki at a methadone clinic.
This one was coughing in the cold.
Yeah, that one was coughing in the cold. Shiva's got a deformity. His nasal passage is a little like narrow, so whenever he gets a little sick, it sounds really terrible. He's kind of got a weird nose, like nasal passage deformity, but he's a cutie. He's got a big chubby lip too. It's adorable. They're all broken in their own beautiful way. Same with Lola, same with Mavis, same with Stella, same with that freaking gecko that was scared for its life because Gunther tried to kill it. Oh yeah, cats are unique in their own way. I like cats. They're selfish bastards. They're selfish bastards, and they think we're their slaves, and it's the best. It's like a love hate relationship. You gotta love cats.
She adopted herself.
She adopted herself. Yeah. We got a little Kittler. Yeah. Gunther looks like a little Kittler. He's got like the little comb over, and instead of it being on his upper lip, he's got like a little goatee down on his chin. So his Hitler stash is a little off, but he's still a little Kittler. Oh yeah, cats definitely think they're gods. Fuck, look at Toki over there. Toki is just being the most stuck up cat I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. That is. Yeah, they were using the heated blanket. He was just sitting there like, yes, yes. The other two are having bath time. It is bath time. They're selfish, but we love them because they look so stinking cute.
Mars so sad that his cat just walked into the house and let her do now.
That's pretty much how cats are, though. They kind of choose their owners. We don't really choose our cats. Our cats choose us.
He's kind of the peacekeeper.
He is kind of the peacekeeper.
He
To,
just,
he'll like he'll jump in between like cat fights between Gunther and Shiva.
he won't fight anybody.
He'll just get in the middle of it. So
And then, yeah.
he'll just basically be the battering thing that separates the two from fighting, essentially. He doesn't actually attack anybody, he just puts himself in between it.
He's not declawed.
Yeah, he's not declawed. He is definitely not declawed. He will sit there and claw the shit out of your leg if you scratch him and pet him. He will lay right next to you and claw your skin, like, down to the flesh.
He's eating biscuits.
He's making biscuits on your flesh. That's what he does. He makes biscuits on your flesh. The other two are nice. They do it on blankets.
He makes biscuits out of your flesh.
Yeah, he makes biscuits out of your flesh. Mm. Yeah, some cats just like put themselves in between dogs and cat fights. They'll just like be the moderators or whatever. It's kind of cool. Cats have a weird sense of pride. If they ever like do something stupid and they thought you saw them, they will literally shake it off and pretend like, oh no, I didn't just bite it falling down the stairs. They'll act like it never happened. It's kind of funny to watch cats. They get a little, they're a little proud. So whenever they fuck up, they don't like to admit it. Pretty much. Cats kind of, they're more intelligent than people give them credit for. So are dogs. Like, emotionally, they have better intelligence than most humans because most humans don't understand their own emotions, let alone how to, deal with others. I think animals are very perceptive and adapting compared to humans. Humans don't really adapt like we used to. Animals are starting to get wise to how humans are, and I think it's kind of cool how clever they are. Every time I come home, Gunther always comes over to me because he knows I keep my nails long enough to scratch his head, and he likes getting his forehead scratched. And that's all. Then he'll walk away from me and go sit on the heated blanket because I'm a peasant. Like, I love them, but they're selfish. You know that they only want you for either grooming, food, or warmth, or to cool off. Basically, to get away from the elements.
Lola's a good dog. She comes when called, but she's gonna roll her eyes, judge you, and huff at you before she gets up and comes over.
Oh, yeah. Lola is a sassy. Lola is like the dog embodiment of a sassy old black lady. Like, she is like, like, out of my way kind of shit. Like, she is a very sassy old bitch, and we love her very much. She's the best. But she even has like eyebrows. Like, she looks like she judges you, like, from across the room. She'll like stare at you, and like, yeah, she's cool. She's an old bitch. She won't listen. Like, she keeps like scratching, and we'll like tell her to stop because we don't want her to scratch herself too much. Because she'll like scratch basically, and we'll like tell her to stop, and she will outright ignore us. Like, stop it.
The cat the other day fell asleep on his hair, or her hair, and he accidentally knocked her off when I got up, and she just looked pissed. Oh,
Our tortoise, by the way, he is a cutie. He has taken refuge in the chicken coop, and we're going to have to figure out a way of keeping him heated for the winter because the winter is going to be even harsher this year, which is awesome. Not really. It's going to put all my wood splitting to the test to see if it'll actually heat the house. We will have to give that a try, see how that works. The whole point of me chopping all this wood was to try to lower the power bill by using the fireplace, essentially. So we will see how that works this winter. But Uguay, he has taken refuge in the chicken coop, and now we have to find a way to heat the chicken coop and hold in enough heat to keep them. Because the chickens will be fine in the cold because they're actually they're actually built for the cold, but the tortoise is not. he can't get under 40 degrees, so it is, you know, gotta figure out how to do that. How cold does it get? We've gotten into like the -10, -20, right?
Yeah.
-10, -20 is the worst that it gets. Yeah, it gets pretty cold here. We're in the mountains of Ohio, so we're pretty close to that northern draft, that little breeze that keeps cutting through the.
We live in the Appalachian Mountains.
We live in the Appalachian Mountains, yeah. So, yeah, Appalachia. It get chilly sometimes. I don't know why I moved my miserable ass up here. I'm from South Carolina. I'm from the South. I'm from
the
the.
mountains are fun. It's fun up here.
It's
the winter is fun.
The winter is fun to them. I can't layer up enough. I look like a dying spider. Like,
it got to be like 100 for half a day.
Yeah, it got to be 100 up here for like half a day.
But most of the summer was like 80s.
Yeah, the summer doesn't get too bad here. It's actually pretty mild weather here if you consider it. And also, during the fall, you actually get to see the leaves change and it looks like autumn. Down South Carolina, where I'm from, you don't see the leaves change until like November, December.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a lot of evergreens down there, so it's also.
Uguay came in last winter, but.
Yeah, we brought Uguay in the house last winter, but we're trying to not have to carry his fat ass into the house and pick up his shit all over the house, you know.
Well, the room.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to walk around the house.
Yeah.
We insulated the room for him.
It's not too bad here. If you really consider all things considered, it's really a beautiful place. It's kind of like, I call it Little Ireland because there's so many freaking Amish people and Irish people around here. You could throw a rock into a crowd and I bet you'll hit an Irish or a Scottish person. Like I shit you not.
The northern states of the world.
Bunch of mountain men. Dude, some of the Amish people are impressive specimen. Like they climb up roofs like with like very steep gables and everything, and they will just walk up there like it's fine, and they will carry heavy shit and do like really heavy duty work, like old fashioned the hard way kind of shit. And I'm like, they're impressive to watch because they will get a whole house done in a day. It does not take them long to do shit. They get everything done all at once. They don't wait till later. They got more shit to do. It's cool watching the Amish. Yeah, it snows a bit here. We like to go sledding with the kids. We've been here for about like 5 years, so that's, yeah. We've been sledding a few times.
But their houses are so cool looking. I don't know if you've ever got to see an actual Amish house and like seen their work, but
The
their
old woodwork.
craftsmanship and stuff
Yeah.
is just freaking amazing. And I'd love to have an Amish built house, but then have an electrician come in and
Yeah.
put electricity in. But like the woodwork is just freaking amazing.
Well, like our house kind of has cool woodwork, but comparatively, like it's bar none. Like our house, our house was built in 1904, and that's like the framing around like the doors and stuff. Our room's a mess, but see, it's like old like hardwood freaking frame, much intricate detail. It looks like a freaking like their house. Really nice detail. And then having like she said, have an electrician come in and like modern.
I forgot you lived in South Africa, Maurice. The
Yeah.
Amish people are like they didn't believe in the or they don't believe in technology or electricity or any of the new ways and stuff.
Yeah, they try to
believe
stick
it's-
to the Old Testament a
They
lot.
believe it's
They're really
evil.
yeah.
So like they won't even use like phones and internet, and some of them are getting a little bit more modern, but like they're almost like little secluded groups of people that kind of shun technology.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different like there's Mennonites who are allowed to go working. They're not allowed to
They'll go work.
drive, but they will go out and work like in like
They do a lot of roofing and stuff.
Yeah,
and
they'll do.
construction.
Yeah. And then they have these people. I don't know if this is a racial slur, but they call them Yoder toters, basically.
Well, the Yoders are a big Amish family, and they get toted. But
Yeah, Yoder is actually a last name Amish, so that
I actually live around a lot of Amish people, and we'll see them. I mean, I have a feeling we'll never met them.
fishing. See like the young men going out there drinking beer even though they're not supposed to, and they'll go out there and go fishing
That's one of those if their families don't find out while they're in the.
while they're in the town. Basically, yeah, they won't get in trouble as long as they're going fishing or whatever. They're not supposed to drink, but they drink.
They also eat pizza and stuff.
Yeah, they eat pizza and shit and McDonald's and shit. So they're pretty modern. Theo Vaughn's pretty funny. I like Theo Vaughn. He's one of my favorite comedians. He's dealing with his depression, kind of like I am. He's just now realizing that it's a problem and he's got to deal with it. And I kind of relate to him a little bit. So, yeah. Theo Vaughn's pretty funny. Usually, people that are really depressed are like the funniest people because they know all the hacks to try to make people happy, but it doesn't make them happy. But they know all the tricks and the jokes and everything.
You have a nice night. I don't know how to say your name.
Okay, have a good night. It was nice talking to you, my friend.
And yeah, when they get to be an adult, they get to wander out and go explore the new world for a while.
Yeah, because they allow them to have the opportunity to choose otherwise, but it's sort of like a test for them. They let them go out and show them how evil the world is so that they come back. But most people are like, it ain't that evil. And then they leave the Amish community,
I'm not going to say that
Huh?
it's a
cult.
cult.
It's kind of a cult. It's a cult of people. If you were to label it something, it would be in the cult vicinity.
I mean, there's like a big church and punishment, and like if they choose the modern world, that they get shunned forever, and
they get shunned forever. They lose their family name and all their.
They don't get to talk to anybody that they ever knew. Like they're dead to their community and everything.
There's a sacrifice. They can leave, but there is a sacrifice to it. Like they won't be respected by their community anymore and won't be accepted back and all that jazz.
Yeah. So yeah, like.
Depends on how much they give a fuck about the family they have, That has to do with brain chemistry, whether they can disassociate and not care.
Yeah. But on a happier note, there's actually this really cool like shopping mall near us that's completely Amish run, and you can go buy their like handmade stuff.
Oh yeah, they make roofs, they make soaps, they make everything. Like preserves. They show you how to do everything. It's kind of badass.
Religious wise, they believe
Let's just say
they're Christians.
they're Christians, but really Old Testament. Like they follow
They're what? Dutch? They
Dutch.
speak Dutch German?
They speak Dutch German, so yeah, it's kind of I would say
Really?
German
But it's not
Catholicism
like
mixed with a little bit of like Protestant, like because they came over here and
but it's not like a regular German. It's their own language that they because they're only ancestors from the Dutch German people.
yeah,
It's mixed in with
it's mixed in. It's basically two cultures blending together, and they basically shun technology because the technology kind of took off in the 1920s and stuff like that. So
when technology took off, there were the people that believed in the old way, no technology, hard work, them. And then when they created technology here, there were the people that wanted to use it, make their lives easier, and that's where the split happened.
yeah, they that's basically it. So I know that the Germans have a very strong Catholic from my from what I know about
But they,
my
but they kind of have like their own church.
they have
So
their
like
own church, so it's
each
not.
community has their own church, their own elders, their own beliefs, and everything. And
But they're very strict on the Old Testament, like Deuteronomy, Leviticus, all the laws and the rules and everything. They believe in Jesus, but they believe that Jesus didn't come to change the word, but to fulfill it, meaning that everything in the Old Testament still stands. So they're kind of old fashioned, is the best way to put it.
yeah,
They,
you can't even use buttons.
yeah, they can't even use buttons. Different types of fabric is a sin. Not allowed to eat shrimp. Not allowed to eat meat and cheese.
Yeah.
That kind of shit sucks. You know, couldn't do it.
See you later.
I'll see you later, Oak. Have a good one.
He says he'll be back if you're still on the thing.
Oh, no, the Amish are cool as shit, but I don't know. I'm wanting to try to like blend some kind of like.
That seems
I,
pretty interesting.
I really like the Hindu culture, like the spiritual side of the Hindu culture, but I'm also getting into Norse mythology and stuff. So trying to find a way to blend those two, like meditate, but also like do very heavy lifting, you know, and very barbaric shit to keep myself in shape, basically. The only reason I started cutting wood and chopping logs and everything, I used to do that for a living. I used to do landscaping, but the reason I started doing all that recently is because I heard a story about an old man chopping wood, and it was an old Celtic story, and it really touched my heart. And now I want to be the old guy that carries the logs and chops wood for his village and takes care of his people. I want that to be my legacy. So I picked up chopping wood as a hobby because I want to be that old man that people respect for all he does is chop wood, go to work, take care of his family. That's I want that to be my legacy. Simple. I don't want to be anything special. I just want to be consistent, and that's why I got into lifting logs and chopping wood. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. Would have just bought firewood because there's a lot out here. We live out in the sticks, so there's kind of sticks everywhere. Someone's been playing God of War. Yeah, I want to feel like Kratos, kind of. I want to have that sort of like leave my past behind me, just kind of like live a humble life, kind of thing. Like I
This
like the I like the way they framed the plot. I guess it's something I can relate to. Pretty cool. But it's not just that. I like the Swedish, Nordic, Scandinavian cultures in general. Just watching how they kind of did their shit. It's pretty cool. Hello, Bumbleclaw. How are you doing? Oh, I was telling everybody this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna basically get the like Nordic like mohawk right here, and I'm gonna shave the sides off, and I'm gonna get Hugin and Mudin, which is the crows from Odin's crows essentially, and I'm gonna have those tattooed to the side of my head. I think that would be pretty cool. That's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna change my style up a bit. Have I watched the Vikings? Yeah, with Ragnar, Lothbrok, and Floki, and Rollo, and all them. Yeah, I'm actually pretty into the show. It's pretty cool. It's not all historically accurate, obviously. There's, some embellishments and stuff like that to make it look cool. By the way, they didn't do tattoos. By the way, there was no record of Vikings ever tattooing themselves, by the way. So that, if that breaks anybody's hearts. They did make runes, though. They did make their own language. That's a lot of people say that the Vikings didn't have their own written language, which is bullshit. What the fuck do they think runes are? You know, but there's a lot of misconceptions about the Vikings, but they're actually a very sophisticated culture. The reason most of them were actually taller on average is because they had a more well balanced diet. And not only were they not dirty, like disheveled looking people, they actually took very good care of themselves. Actually, the English people would complain that the other men would take their women because they were way more attractive by comparison because British people threw shit out their window. They were gross people. I don't know if you looked up history, but they were pretty gross. They might have had money, but they did not take care of themselves. Scandinavian culture, the Vikings, the Nordic, the Swedes, you know, they have a lot more to their culture than people know, and it's actually pretty interesting. I've been getting into it. Kind of stopped watching after Ragnar died. Yeah, same here. I mean, I watch clips about Bjorn getting like shot with arrows, and right before he goes to war with frickin' Ivor. But yeah, I pretty much only watched it for Floki and Ragnar. Those were my favorite characters. Yeah, pretty much. I like Floki. I can relate to Floki because I'm a bit of a goofball and a weirdo, and you know, I also like building shit. Yeah, I think it's cool. Though I am glad I don't have Floki's hairstyle. Jesus Christ. It's like he got struck by lightning. He looks like the human version of a rat. Like his hairstyle was just horrible, but I loved his character. One day, hopefully soon, I can try to see if I can, I don't know, try to do more woodwork because one of my neighbors gave me a sawzall and I can actually use it to do finer like cuts on a piece of wood and try to make like stews, try to make bar stools, shit like that. I can do more than just make firewood, I can actually make that would be cool. Ooh. Though I will have to probably cut this short tonight because I am a tired bull coordinate back row. And I'm also hungry. And I need a shower. Okay.
What do you like to eat?
1 minute, I will tell you. I don't know what we have. Your comment earlier just vanished somehow. Huh. I'm sorry about that, Bumbleclaw. I don't know how that happened. Uh, I will have to bid you guys adieu pretty soon because, you know, I gotta give Courtney a back rub, gotta get my gross ass in the shower, and gotta get food. But I will try to go live more often, probably tomorrow night, and try to make a video of going out and actually like doing whatever I do whenever I chop wood because I work tomorrow and then I'm off Friday, so I can spend that whole day just like gathering wood, and y'all can come with. You could already imagine how it would look. Oh, like the tattoos on the side. Yeah, I'm wanting to go more Nordic because I chop wood. I live up north, kinda. I live amongst the red-haired, angry people with blue eyes. So might as well look the part. Hey, y'all have a good night. Hey, I will probably be on tomorrow around the same time. Y'all have a good night. I gotta keep my promise for the back rubs and all that other stuff, and I'm a sleepy boy. But y'all have a good night. Take care, or good morning also, because you know we're all around the world. But I will see you tomorrow. Y'all be good. Au revoir.